Hi, I'm Carlton Baucom, and today I'm going to be a sales representative for Syngenta. I'm going to be selling to Les Baucom, who owns Les Baucom Citrus, and he has a block of Murcots, about 1,000 acres, and he's looking to protect his crops. And he's used chemicals in the past, but he wasn't very satisfied with the results. So I'm going to be using the different selling strategies that I've learned in this class. Two of the handling objections that I'm going to be using are neutralize and agree and the boomerang objective, and the closing strategy I'm going to be using is standing room only. So let's go to my presentation.
Come in.
Hey, Les?
Yes, sir. Carlton?
Yep, it's good to finally meet you.
Yeah.
So how are you doing today?
Pretty good. I've been busy lately, but I'm sure you understand. So.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean. It's like in this market, you can't fight the pest all the time, but they're always going. So it's like you never know when to actually take a break. So it's
how have you been?
I've been good. You know, busy, just like you. Got a lot of people that are just trying to keep their fields growing. You know, so Did you catch this fish here?
Yes, actually I caught it a few years back on Lake Okeechobee.
You did?
Yeah.
On Lake Okeechobee?
Yes, sir.
That's a big fish. I've never seen one.
Pretty proud of it.
Actually pulled out that big. I don't think I've caught anything close to that.
I was lucky.
You caught it, which part of the lake did you catch it?
Around the southern tip near Clusen.
Oh, okay.
Dang. So,
it's a nice fish. So do you like to go saltwater fishing too, or you prefer?
I love saltwater fishing. It's just I live in Central Florida, so I don't get to do it often. So I just stick to freshwater fishing when I can. But.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, me personally, I mean, you know, it's fun to pull out those big saltwater fish, but it's more convenient to just fish over here.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, she's a beauty, so.
Yeah. So why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself and your company?
So I was telling you earlier on the phone, my name is Les Baucom, and I'm in charge of Les Baucom Citrus. We are a small company that has about 1,000 acres of Murcots that we sell for fresh produce. And basically we took a hit pretty bad last year, and we're just trying to recover back to our name.
Okay.
Fullest potential.
All right. Well, do you mind if I show you a little bit about myself and my company? All right. Well, I'm Carlton Baucom. I graduated from University of Florida a couple years ago, and I went and worked with Syngenta straight out of college.
Nice.
They took me in and taught me a lot about their company and a lot about the industry, and you know, they're a great company. I think you'll like us. I don't know if you've ever heard about us.
I think a little bit, but
okay. Well, like I said, we've got a lot of goals, and one of our goals is bringing plant potential to life. You know, we're just trying to help farmers as much as we can by coming up with new products, new chemicals, new formulas to fight off these pests, because you know the pests are constantly evolving, and there's always something coming out for different areas that are affecting yields and all this. And you know, our population's growing so much. I think they said that we're supposed to be at 9 billion people by the year 2050, and we're at 7 billion now. And it's the big question is, you know, are we going to be able to feed all these people?
Yeah.
So we're just trying to make as much use out of the land as possible. And we've got 27,000 employees in over 90 different countries. And we're all just trying to come up with something to feed the world, you know. So, to give you a little bit of background about Syngenta, we were formed in the year 2000 by Novartis and Zeneca. They merged. They were actually a chemical company, or they produced pharmaceutical supplies, and they decided they wanted to get in more detail about the agricultural part of the world. So they started producing agricultural chemicals, and from there they merged and to form us. Like I said, we're an international company. Our main base is out of Switzerland. So here's the product that I think would be good for you, especially in your Murcots. It's called AgriFlex, and it's got a 5.5 to 8.5 ounce per acre dispersal, and you have to mix that with oil at 2% of 2% oil in order for it to work. It's got a 12-hour re-entry and a 7-day PHI. The thing about Agriflex is it has outstanding control of Asian citrus psyllid. That is the only known vector for citrus greening disease. So that citrus greening disease is it's very crippling to the citrus industry right now, and that's probably, I'm sure you know about it. It's just one of those that affects yield and tree health and everything. It's a pain right now. So it has awesome control of the Asian citrus psyllid, and another one that's big for you and your fresh fruit Murcots is citrus rust mite. It has awesome control of citrus rust mite. Citrus rust mite attacks your fruit and makes it look unattractive, and people aren't going to want to buy the fruit if it's unattractive. If you were doing processed fruit, it'd be a little bit different story, but in this case, it's you can't really have any rust on there. And the third thing that it controls is leaf miner, and leaf miner helps spread citrus canker because it makes the lesions on the leaf open longer. So it's like pouring dirt into an open wound. It just makes it easier to get infected. Whenever you kill those, then it's less canker's less easily spread. So, do you have any questions about our product or any concerns?
I guess the first concern I have is, what's the difference between getting Agriflex, which is probably more expensive, than a brand that is generic and cheaper?
Okay. Well, have you sprayed in the past, or
Yes, I have.
You have, and did you use name brand products or use cheaper products?
I just use cheaper.
Oh, you used the cheaper. So you did that last year too, didn't you? And you said yourself that you had crippling yields last year, and you didn't do as much as you wanted to. And you also said that you used those cheaper products. Well, one of your issues might have been the products that you were using weren't working to their full potential.
True.
And with Syngenta, we back our products. So if the product isn't working, we can give you a full refund, or we could come out and work with you to make sure that the spray equipment's working, or maybe it's being mixed right. And we'll really just work on the problem at hand. Do you have any other questions? Does that answer your question?
Yes, but along those lines, what about other name products such as DuPont? How do they compare to Agriflex? Why should I choose Agriflex?
Okay, well, DuPont and Monsanto, they have a whole bunch of different products that can control the same, the three big pests in citrus, but they don't offer one product that takes out all three.
Gotcha.
So you would actually end up spending more. You'd have to buy 2 or 3 different products just to control what Agriflex is doing in one product. And another thing is that we have 3 different modes of action. So there's almost, it's not very likely that the pest is going to form resistance very easily. So you're not going to get those pests that are just stubborn, and you'll kill most of them almost immediately. Do you have any other questions, any concerns? Or?
So far, I think that settles everything.
Okay, alright, that sounds good. Now, the thing about Agriflex is we only produce it at one time a year.
Okay.
And then, we move on to producing something else. We produce as much as we think we're going to sell throughout the year at one time. So we've got a limited supply of Agriflex. So if you really are interested in buying Agriflex, I think that it's probably a good idea to go ahead and buy now, and so you're guaranteed to have it whenever it comes time to spray, because it's getting pretty close. With those the new flush coming in, you're probably going to want to start spraying pretty soon. So is that something you'd be interested in? Do you think you'd like to buy that right now? Okay. All right, I can do that. I can get the order put in and get back to you. I'll get back to you.
All right. Well, I appreciate for you coming by.
Yeah, I appreciate talking to you. It's good talking to you. All right.